going to be late.
Right, okay.
Christine, I will not tell you again.
Right, I'm coming.
Do you remember the first time I went to England? It was one of the most exciting days of my life. It was the first time I travelled all alone and my first trip out of Ireland. Considering I was only 14 years old, it was totally an adventure for me. Above all, the fact of meeting you again after 4 long years excited me more than dancing in the competition. I guess it's not necessary to tell you that I miss you a lot. Apart from this fact, here in Derry things go on as always. In one day, it was raining, snowing and sunny. The city continues being dull and cold, although more shops and pubs have been opened in the past few years. At this time of year, the dense and persistent fog covers everything. But in the summer, tourists from every county in England, as well as tourists from other countries, come to Derry. Our favourite places and corners in Derry remain quiet. Nothing has changed in Brook Park, nothing has changed in the Hills Prison or in the cemetery. We keep on going to Woolworths to buy chocolates. We keep on going to the old cinema to watch our favourite films. I have so many things to tell you.
Christine, wait for me.
Who's that?
She must have went to our school.
That must be the girl that was killed.
The trouble's she's only second year too, wasn't she?
Second year.
That was really a tragedy, like for her family and friends.
I think that's who teachers were talking about in school. You know.
Probably was. But she was so young when she got killed.
Yeah.
It was after school one day, wasn't it?
She came out of school and her and her friends or something, and she just got
She
shot.
got checked.
First of all, we find Derry, next the island, afterwards we find England and the rest, Spain, France, Morocco, Cambodia, Kathmandu, trying to find countries in the atlas with my father's magnifying glass, which made our eyes a little smaller, because we spent hours and hours in it. This play did not give us very certain idea of distances around the world, but at least we got an idea concerning geography in general. In fact, Spare Mountains are still there, and so is the River Foyle. Last time we met, you seemed very worried about the fact that everything would change. Yes, you were right, places more and more are changing very fast, but this is not the case in Derry. All that day I felt the trip I anxiously wanted to make was continuously doubtful. I didn't know if I was coming or going. I felt as if I was going to cross a border that frightened and fascinated me at the same time. It is not only geography that I refer to.
Come on, Joanne. Cowell doesn't like my class.
Christine, I'm going first. No way, I'm not going first. I hate my hand. She's going to kill us. Christine, I know because of all the time. Oh, go on, you please go first. Oh, my God. Do you want to have your hair? It's boring, it's maths. No, do you want? She's going to kill us. Go ahead, you just go on, you just go first. Go on, do you want?
We are still with Miss Cowell, our teacher. Those days all my classes seemed so boring. Now they seem all fascinating to me, and although I sometimes get absent-minded, I am not up in the clouds so easily as before. Last Tuesday in literature class, we were talking about Celtic legends, and we read some lines of a very interesting book. Do you know what the book says? It says that people with green eyes are closer to fairies and that they had come to this world just to be here for a while. However, the book says, if we come across someone having a green eye and a brown eye, we have to make the sign of the cross, because this person is a child that has been taken by the fairies. The brown eye is a signal of a human being. While this person dies, instead of going to heaven, purgatory or hell, as we all do, she or he is taken to the fairies' mound, being at the other side of the Donegal Hills. I then asked who we were. Who are people having a brown eye and a blue eye is me, but Miss Cowell did not answer my question.
So do you fancy going to summer night?
I heard that everybody watch projects.
Sleepy Hollow on the John's It's gorgeous.
He's ugly.
I know he
He is not. He's
Me and my
gorgeous.
hair. He's ugly.
So you do where's my QR shop?
I did lose my car.
I still say we should go and see Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, no, sir. What about Friday the Robert Mountains?
What is he mountains for?
Oh, slow.
Men
Just
climbing
because you
mountains.
want to see John Dale.
And what's wrong with that?
Oh, look,
This thing is cool and nice.
What?
I remember that time we were on the hill. We were giving a severe telling off. Do you remember? We left school earlier than usual, and instead of going home or waiting for our parents, it occurred to us to cross the bridge leading to the other side of the city. I have no words to describe that view, sitting on the grass, contemplating the landscape and observing how it was getting dark. Wind ruffling our hair and the strong odour of grass was constantly present. The mud made us dirty. Even our socks were dirty, and it started drizzling. There we were, visualising the stories that Sister Dolores explained to us about the warships on the River Foyle. We even imagined the submarine of the English secret agents and the deafening noise of the German helicopters. I think Sister Dolores was exaggerating all these facts.
Center 1 and 2. Center 3, 4, 5. Stay 6 and 7. No center again. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Drop 6, base 7 and up.
You cannot imagine how I regret you have left dancing. You were very good at it. I know I should not interfere, but you should dance again. You know that the reason why Colin O'Shea was always teasing you was because you're not a Catholic, as if dancing had to do with religious affairs. I hope that is not the reason why you left dancing. By that time, Sinead Doherty twisted her ankle, just 1 week before the competition. What a shame. That day we went to see her at her home, and while Dion and I were talking about the fish in England and about how things were going, Sinead's eyes began to fill up. So we started to talk about other things, but she could not avoid it and burst into tears. We had been so tactless when talking about our excitement, she would not be able to share the excitement with us. So that's that. You can now imagine how important our passion for dancing is. By that time, I was sure I was one of the best dancers. I wish you could see how I dance now. My feet go so high that I could fly. I can assure you, I am not exaggerating. On that face, I dance with the best, and I do not refer to the Riverdance circus. There is probably more competition in fashion than the actual dancing. Without my own dancing shoes, I don't think I would have been as good. My feet have not grown, so I can still use them. They fit in such a way that they become a second skin. I do not need any other compliment. I don't even need to wear my foot support anymore. I just need dancing shoes like these ones, with long and elastic laces tied around my ankles. I could dance for hours and hours. You cannot imagine how much I need to tell you.
I know, isn't he gorgeous?
That
He
would
isn't
you make him out
gorgeous,
to be,
like-
no. He's too good looking to be a man.
No, he's
No,
not.
yeah, exactly. There's a man on it, right? And he's got a head. No, he's no head. He cuts everybody's head off. Good match for you, Imogen.
I like the cinema as much as I did before. Johnny Doyle is continuously getting up to his old tricks. Last Saturday, he caught a crow and then during the picture, he let it go and it fluttered around the ceiling and crashed into walls several times. Some people say he got the crow drunk beforehand. Who knows? It was the least that could be expected of him. It was amusing, but it spoilt the film.
It's not Johnny
So
Depp,
that's
mind you.
scary.
No, it's really good. It's brilliant with us.
How do you know?
I know, Christine, how do you know?
I'm just assuming it's gonna be good.
Christine, how do you know?
How do you know?
Alright, I might have seen it once.
Oh, Christine.
Christine tells the truth.
Did you see it?
Maybe 3 times.
Oh,
Christine,
God.
what's the point come to see a film if you really have seen it?
I know.
Because it's really good. And he's gorgeous.
Our
Gorgeous.
Johnny,
Our
what
Johnny.
a day.
Johnny.
Oh my god!
What?
I forgot my shoes in the dancing school.
I trust you, Christine. Wait there.
I now hope we can chat more calmly when we meet. I used to think London and Bristol seemed to be very near Derry. I was not able to work out distances out of our island. In your last letter you tell me that Bristol is a very big city with lots of shops, cinemas and restaurants everywhere. I'm happy to know that you've made new friends and that you're having a good time in Bristol. I'm surprised about the fact that people avoid the rain. We enjoyed getting our face and hair wet. When drops slopped, they tickled. How can someone imagine Ireland without rain? I hope you have not forgotten to slide down the hill or to jump in the puddles. On that trip, I had the impression I would not be the same person when coming back to Derry, but I am still the same. Everything is the same as always, and I like it. Do you forget we come from the same place between blue mountains? Do not forget Derry.